everybody. Thanks for stopping by. I am so glad you're here. I have a couple of things that I wanted to show you today. The first thing I want to show you, first I have to make sure my iron's on. Okay, it is. I have a couple of things to show you. The last time we spoke, I told you that I was having trouble with what to put inside my spine, to cover up the white part in the linen, because I just didn't think it looked nice with the lace. So I went through my washi tapes, and because I didn't want it to be bulky, I didn't want to put tape. Fabric would have been good, except the glue seeps through. So I remembered, oh wait, let me go through my FABRIC Washis and see what I have. And so I chose one, which is this one. It's really pretty. I'm holding it up to the camera so that you can see it better than you can see it probably in my journal. But so anyway, yay. So that part's done. I've got my it's covered, and I think it really looks nice. I think it goes really well, with the two different pages and this part. So now, last time we were together, which was yesterday, I was trying to come up with some writing spots. And I did show you, I showed you a little booklet that I was making with decoupage, and I'll show you how that came out. I decided that it needed something on the back. So I decoupaged both sides of the bag. So the bag opens here. I just folded it in half. This side is decoupaged, with this part of the napkin. And then this is the other part of the napkin. And then I took a piece of tea-stained paper. It's not very thick. And I put it through because I'm trying to keep it very light and very, flat, so that it fits in the journal nicely and, in a pocket. And then I just put a few, this I did because I just thought it would give it sturdiness, but it still has a pocket here. So I can still put, some ephemera in there, some flat ephemera if I wanted to. I haven't decorated any of the pages, which I'm going to. I have so many clusters and, that I made on video. For example, you could take something like, something like this, just to decorate the page and use it as a little tuck spot maybe. But yeah, and I found my stamp. I have been looking for this since I started the journal. I've had this for, I don't know, like my whole life. No, I haven't had it for my whole life. I'll tell you how long I've had it, because it might have a date on it. This one was a Stampin' Dois. I know I've had it forever. 1986. And I probably got it at Michael's or Joanne. Well, yeah, Joann's or Michael's. Hobby Lobby wasn't open then. So yeah, and it's the Taylor Gloucester, which is one of my favorite stories. So I'm so glad I found it. I did make some little watercolor snippets that are going in my journal. I actually stamped it on watercolor and then cut little squares and watercolored it in, and they look really cute. So, and I was missing it, and I didn't know where it was, and of course it was back in my stamp case. So anyway, so that's the little booklet. Isn't it cute? And I don't have to put a tie or a signature, I just used some baker's twine to tie it in, so it's sturdy. That's the middle. I decided to put something, in the middle of Beatrix Potter. That's from the kit. And then just, some tea stain paper. But it's just enough for somebody to have a little booklet and more writing space. So when I used my fabric washi tape, as you know, Tim Holtz has fabric washi tape. Well, this isn't something that I can use in this particular journal because it just wouldn't have looked good at all. So I remembered that I had a whole bunch of my own fabric washi tape, and I thought, I'm going to turn on my camera so I can show people how I make my own fabric washi tape. And I'll show you the different ones that I have available. I mean, I have a ton, but I have, this is fabric washi here. This is 12, and I have it in different sizes. And you can cut it after or before you put your tape on. But it's, oh my gosh, it's wonderful. And I use it a lot. I use it on the tops of tags. And it's great because your glue doesn't seep through. So I have this size, I have this size. This is just on muslin. So if I wanted just a piece of muslin, I just cut it. It is very, very, very sticky, and I'll tell you why. It's because it's on carpet tape. This was not my original idea. Years ago, well, the carpet tape was, but years ago, Amity Bloom was making fabric washi. I did not know, she did not say what she was using to make it, but when my husband and I went to the hardware store, I thought, I wonder if carpet tape would work. So I got a spool of, I've had this forever. I mean, I'm talking probably 3 years. I have so much fabric washi in every different size and color. But I didn't bring it all out because what's the point? And like if you wanted this thinner, you'd just take your scissors and you'd, you know, cut it to what size you want. So I always go the size of this, and then I'll cut it down to, here's more fabric washi. Isn't that pretty? And you can use it on anything. It's washi tape, but it's fabric. So I'll give you some examples and I'll show you how to make it. And then I have one other thing I wanted to show you. Oh, now I've got it wrapped around my thumb. Sorry about that. How are you all today? I jumped right in again. I hope you're well. I'm doing this video early because Beatrix is going to be finished today. And then I have to clean up because Beatrix has overtaken my craft room. She really has. I have every Beatrix Potter book I've ever had in my life out. I have fabrics. I have fabric, now my fabric washi tape. Some of my fabric washi tape is out because I thought, oh, I'll use this, but it was too pink. And then I thought, well, I'll just use the muslin, and I didn't like it at all. And it, oh my gosh, it was crazy. But yeah, so anyway, that's fabric washi, and I'll show you how I make it. It's so simple. So I just took a piece of fabric. This is a cotton piece of fabric. I think it's, I don't know really what it is. It could be an old sheet. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Or it could be just a piece of cotton that I had left over from something. I'm pretty sure it's either a sheet or a pillowcase. So all you do is, I know you don't have to do this, but I always iron my fabric before I put it on here if it's all wrinkled. It just goes on better, stays better. It's just easier on you if you do. And here's my cute little iron. I don't think I ever showed it, but isn't that adorable? This is my hand. So I've got my little wool mat here. I do have a really small ironing board, but it still stands up. So I use my my sewing mat when I'm, but I always put a towel down over it to protect it because, like I said, it's wool. Ooh, this gets hot. So I just iron it. I mean, why not? It doesn't take long. You can use your curling iron. That's what I used before I had a craft iron. And my husband got this for me for Christmas, and it's got this little stand that you put it in so that it won't melt anything. That, oh my gosh, it's so cute. I just love it. I'll put that aside. I'll move this again. And then all I do is I'll take my tape. I don't know if this is going to be the right size. It might be too wide, this, but that's okay. You can cut it down. Now this is really, really sticky because you put this underneath a carpet, like a throw rug, and then you tape this to the floor, and then you pull this off and you lay your carpet down, you know, your throw rug or what have you on top of it, and it won't move. So if it works for that, it's definitely going to work for fabric and paper. So all I do is I take this, it's turned over the right side, and I'm just going to take the strip. Maybe it is wide enough. It is wide enough. I typically, when I make my fabric ribbons, I typically go about this size. So let me just lay this down on here. And then you're just gonna do this. And now you've got Tim Holtz, faux Tim Holtz washi. I'm sure other companies make fabric washi, but the problem with, like I said, with the fabric, I've never used this because I haven't had an opportunity to use the fabric. You know, it works the same way. You peel it off somehow, and this is fabric. But I just have never used it because I don't have anything that it, you know, I've never had anything to go with it. So that's why I make my own. And then I have, you know, if you're making a project and you want to use a fabric that you're using in your journal, then you have it. So then you're just going to take your scissors, which are where did I put my scissors? Oh, if you could see my desk. Oh my goodness. And then you just cut it there, and you've got yourself some fabric washi. And I'll show you how beautiful it looks once it's put down on something. And you can cut these into squares and, you know, just tape them, you know, anywhere on your journal, or use them for, you know, little toppers for your tags. So then what you're going to do is, I'm just going to take my bone folder just to make sure that that's stuck really well, which I know that it is. There's no way that that's coming off because, like I said, it's meant for carpets. And it's really thin. I mean, when you take this backing off, it's just like washi tape. It's just sticky. That's all. And you have no glue residue, which is even better. So if you're using fabric in your journal and you don't want the glue residue to come through, well, then use the tape. And then that's it. So anyway, let me just, I am going to just take a piece of this here and cut it. See how easy it is to cut? So if I wanted this to be thinner, you know, narrower, I could make it narrower. Then I just take it and I roll it up like this to store it, just like you would washi. And then I put a paper clip on it and done. Where's my paper? I'll just put, I know this is overkill for this paper clip, but, and then I just store it all up in with my washi tape. So I have fabric washi tape, and I have, you name, I have all kinds of washi tape. A lot of homemade washi tape, which I'm going to show you in a second. And yeah, so this is all my fabric washi tape. Now I have that little piece. Show you how that works. Put this over aside. So now all you do is, when you want to use this on something, which I don't have anything for it, which is kind of sad, you want to get it so that you peel off the paper and not the tape, which is not very difficult. See? And now this is so sticky. If you're going to cut this piece for something, which I am going to cut this smaller because maybe I have a tag I can put it on. If you're going to cut this, you know, if you want to cut it, you need to have your backing on first. Otherwise, your scissors are going to get stuck to it. So I'll just take and cut this and see if I have a tag for it to go on. Isn't that just so pretty? I don't think I have a tag right handy for it to go on to, but I'm going to show you anyway. So there's one square, and you could make up a bunch of squares and have them ready. I have a whole container of washi squares on the ready for tags and things like that. Okay, so I just cut off some pieces just to square that off. You don't have a tag close by to put this on, do I? I will put it on. I'm so sorry. Gosh, I waste so much time. Well, you know what? I'm just going to put it on a piece of paper so that you can see what it looks like. So you just take it and peel that paper off, and then you stick it down. There's no way, once you put it down, you can't lift it up. It won't, I mean it will, but it's going to tear the paper. And then you have no glue residue coming through. It's pretty, you know. Now, because it's got the tape on the back, I can glue this and use it for, you know, a tag or what have you. So I'm not going to get rid of it, even though I can't, you know, just fold it off over and tape it for my tag or my little piece on the side of my journal. I can still use it and not have the glue seep out because underneath I've put it on a piece of paper. So, but it's fabric. See how simple that is? So simple. That's it. Fabric washi. And you can use it for so many things. I have one video coming up that I've had planned for a long time, which will be using washi fabric, fabric washi, which you can use, you know, you can buy store-bought if you want. I know they sell it, or you can make your own. So that's that. The other thing I wanted to show you was what I made last night. Remember, I said I wanted some writing space. So I made this, and what it is a book page that I put on some tea stain paper. This is vellum that goes inside here, so that's the pocket. And then this slides right in here. And then I just, I folded this up. I'll show you how I folded it. It's very simple. And then I have this tag with some writing space, this one, and a couple of little journaling cards. And this is my little pocket. Oh, there's another journaling card. And this is another journaling card. And look how flat. And then you can write on the back of that. So, and then I just, you know, of course I zhuzhed it up with some antique lace and some fabric. That's all I did. I'll show you how to fold that up. It's so simple. And, you know, depending, and this is vellum, if you can notice that. I'll probably do this on another video, because I'll be making more, I'm sure. And I got this idea with the vellum in the middle from Artie Mays. And I thought it was a fabulous idea. So And then I've got my little tag in there. So there is a ton of writing space in here. And it's nice and flat, so it's going to go in my journal in a pocket really nicely. And I had some place to put my little tags and my little journaling spots. And my little, I hold that, a strong mark personality can influence descendants for generations, Beatrix Potter. So yeah, and it lays very flat in my journal. Okay, so last thing I'm going to show you is I have a page in my journal, and I wanted to put something on the page because it was just too white. So this is what I've come up with. Sorry, I've got all my stuff up here that I need to finish. I also had some pockets from another kit of Rach and Bella's, so I'm going to be using this pocket. And I'm going to be using this. It comes with the same kit. And then Rach gave a freebie the other day on Rach and Bella Crafts with all these little sewing things, which I may use because of Little Miss, you know, the mice. Oh, my iron just shut off. That's okay. So we've done that. We've done that. Okay. So, oh, and it came with this little flower. So I figured, you know, look at that pocket. It's going to be perfect. So I have, yeah, plenty of pockets now, plenty of writing space, and I can put everything together now without having it be too bulky. So I just wanted to show you this real quick because I am completely out of butterflies. And I have a new way to make vellum. And it's much easier. So let me just turn my iron back on. It's much, much easier than the shaved. Okay, it's on. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have a towel. And like I said, I'm just using, you can use, you know, a couple of towels or your ironing board or what have you. You can even use your own craft iron if you wanted to. So, and I'm doing this because I need more butterflies because, you know, I want to zhuzh up some things with some butterflies. Let me just get some of this out of the way so you can see. I have all of my boxes over here with my ephemera so I can finish my journal, my little bits and pieces. So all I'm going to do is show you how to make some vellum butterflies very quickly. Because I've been doing some washi tape. I made some vellum washi tape, and I thought while I'm here, I'm going to show you how I do this. So I write no wax here on my paper so that if I, for some reason, put this away, I know that there's no wax on this side, and this is just baking paper. Then underneath, I have a piece of construction paper to absorb any wax that might come through. Okay, and then I have a towel just for protection. That's all. So what I'm going to do first is not shade my candle. Okay? And yes, I'm doing all the butterflies because they're easier to cut out. And you'll see how easy. So what I'm going to do is just heat this up first. You don't have to, but I do. I heat up my paper first. So get it hot. Well, you have to because you're going to rub the candle on it, so you need it hot. And I do all my butterflies at once. And I did these 2 to a page. That's why they're so small. So they'd be bigger if I just did the 1 page. But I wanted some small ones for this journal just to go here and there and, you know, what have you. And I don't remember whose butterflies these are. If I were to guess, I'd say G. Kerr, but I don't know. They don't say on. And I know with Rach and Bella, I always have something that says Rach and Bella Crafts. So, although they could be hers, I don't know. You can buy butterflies anywhere. So that's all you're going to do is heat up your paper. And then you're going to take your wax candle and you're just going to go over it whoops, I'm going to go over, and I'm using regular copy paper, not heavy copy paper, just regular copy paper. You just go over it like this. Now, it's going to take a few seconds because, you know, you're just getting the wax on there. You know what I forgot? I forgot one addition. Let me just grab it real quick. I think it's over here. I know it's over here. It just conducts much easier and makes things go faster. Sorry about that. Underneath your construction paper, you're going to put some tin foil because it conducts the heat and makes things go a lot faster. So you've got your tin foil, construction paper, and then your copy paper, regular copy paper. And that conducts the heat, well, it holds the heat so that when you rub your candle on it, it melts faster. And I'm just going to go over go over these. As you can see, they're starting to turn because the paper's getting hotter. And I do, like I said, I do mine, especially the butterflies, I do all at once because they're so much easier to cut out. You can cut out right to the antennae. And they don't leave a waxy feeling or anything like that. There's no glues or anything, you know, that you have to worry about. And you've got the prettiest vellum stickers. I mean, you know, you can just stick them right down with a glue stick and they stick. See, now it's nice and hot, so the candle is really melting faster. That's why I put the tin foil underneath, because it conducts the heat and keeps the paper hot. And I'm more concerned about getting the butterflies covered than I am the white paper, but if the white paper gets wax on it, it's fine. Easier to cut. And I know some people are like, I can't be bothered, I'll buy the stickers. Well, stickers are expensive. And you can't always get what you want. See, I don't know if that's showing up in the camera, but it's melting right away. And you can see that because it's turning a different color, which it really isn't. It's just the paper absorbing the wax underneath. You know, blotting it. And this is just a white candle from the Dollar Tree. And just like anything else, I mean, you know, do all your waxing in the same day. Whatever you're going to make vellum out of. I did a napkin, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. The napkins take a little bit longer. I will admit they have some kind of resist on them. So as soon as you lift the paper, I won't do this whole thing. I'm only going to do half because this is the exact same thing. So I'll just do this side because otherwise we'll be here for a little while. And like I said, the thinner the paper, the better, because the wax, you know, it heats up faster, and they're more like, you know, they're very thin vellum stickers. making sure I get all the wax on all my butterflies before I turn that off. I'll show you what started this morning. It's going to be so cute, I hope, on one of my pages in my journal. So it's going to give you another idea of how to make a spread in your journal. Where are we on time? 30? Okay, I have time. All right, so I'm just going to flip this over just to make sure I get everything waxed good. And like I said, the construction paper is absorbing any wax, any residue. So you have no residue on your paper whatsoever, nothing. It feels exactly like vellum. Because you're not using that much anyway. You're just, you know, rubbing your candle over it. And it's so much better and easier than what I had done in the first place, which was shaving the wax. That was a pain in the neck. And you, like I said, you could do this with your regular iron and it would take much less time because your regular iron is, you know, obviously it heats up a lot faster. But see how, because it's nice and hot now and because I've been using it, the wax is going on a lot faster. It's a lot hotter. So as you're doing this, you'll notice that bump, 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 you know, your things will go really fast because everything's nice and hot now and you've got plenty of wax on the paper to spread around. Sorry for the noise. And then, like I said, don't throw this, you know, don't throw this away, because as long as you put no wax there, you can use it time and time again. The construction paper, no, you have to throw that away because it's got wax on it. And this is just a protector. You do not have to, you know, you could just use a towel. So like I said, I'll just do half of this and then show you. Making sure all my wax is covering my butterflies. Okay, I think that's good. And I will just leave that to dry, but as you can see, there's one side and there's the other. And I can see where I missed a little spot right here. So let me just get a little bit of wax on that. I don't even have to iron it, it's just melting right away. And just make sure you can't see any white on the other side when you flip it. Just gonna go over this one more time. I didn't start off with a real hot iron because it had turned off while I was talking. Doesn't typically take this long. Especially, like I said, if you have the tin foil underneath it, it conducts the heat and keeps it hot. There we go. All right. So there's our vellum butterflies. And all of the wax absorbed onto the construction paper. So I'm just going to throw that away. It's just a piece of construction paper that cost me barely anything at on Amazon. I got like 500 sheets. And now I'm just going to fold this up and I'm going to save it for the next time I do some waxing. It's going to go in a folder where I keep my templates. I put it in a file folder, and then I put it where I keep my templates. And then I'll just put this aside because I don't need to cut that yet. I just wanted to show you. Oh, I was going to show you, well, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to show you this now because I don't want to waste time. All right, that's it. We can put this aside. And I'll show you why I started that and why I turned the camera on. Where's my journal? Oh, up here. Okay, so here's my journal. And I'm going to find my page. And here's my page, and it's white. I want to put this on as a flip, okay? So I want to put this on the page as a flip, because then I wanted to take my little item that I had made, and I want to put that. This is going to go into a pocket here, and then I want to make this a flip. So you'd flip it up, and then this would be in the pocket, and you could pull this out of the pocket and all that writing space, right? Well, this white was bothering me. So I took a piece of napkin, wherever I put it. So I took a napkin. Oh no, where'd that fly away to? Oh, here it is. So I took a napkin and I made a piece of vellum out of it. That's the napkin. This is this. No, well, it is. Yeah, it's the same one. But I didn't decoupage it or anything. I waxed it. Okay? So I kind of turned it into a piece of vellum. Or a sticker. In my case, it's a sticker. And I'm going to place this right here underneath. And watch. I'll show you. It's so cool. Where's my glue stick? Now I got too excited. Glue stick. Here we go. So now I've got this cute little bunny. And you know what? I'm thinking probably I won't put a pocket there. I'm just going to have this be a flip. I might put something down here, a pocket with something little in it. But I think that's too much now that I've got that on there. Because I just think it's too cute. I don't want to cover it up. So I'll put a little pocket down here with something in it. Or maybe a little, you know, cluster on the side. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to see where I want to place this, which is about here. Peel this back, put down some glue, and make a sticker. And remember, that's going to dry clear. Just this dang purple glue that I'm still having to use because Amazon hasn't shown up yet. So I'm gluing right onto this, which is, you can do that. I mean, you don't have to glue onto the paper because this is nice and strong now. So I'm just going to glue onto this to make sure I get it all. Oh my gosh, I hope I'm in frame. I'm just going kind of around my edges and now put some more glue on the page itself. I think that's sticky enough. Oh my gosh, too cute. And I didn't have to decoupage it. I didn't put any glue there. I didn't have to decoupage it onto the page because it's already turned, you know, I already ironed wax on it. So it's got wax on it. So there's no, I don't have to put any medium over it or anything. It's just like a sticker, exactly like a sticker, only you have to glue it because you don't have anything on it to stick. You could use double-sided tape, but not for this because it's too big. I'll show you what I do use double-sided tape on when I do my napkins or my tissue paper. This just happens to be a napkin. That purple will go away. And now I have that cute sticker there. No decoupaging. Just get some glue under here. Is that not adorable? Oh my goodness, it's so cute. Well, I'm sorry, I just love bunnies. We all need bunnies in our lives. We have a nest underneath our front bushes. of a mama who's getting ready to have her babies. So we're having to take Bailey out the back door because she knows they're there. These are nice and stuck down. And I have now, that is gonna peek, and there's nothing, I don't have to put any medium or anything on it because it's, it was waxed. So like I said, it was just like a sticker. I keep saying that, I'm sorry. There's some more there. And if you happen to get some of the glue on your paper, don't worry, just let it dry and erase it off with a white eraser or a glue eraser. I use a pencil eraser. As long as it's white, it won't leave, you know, your paper dirty. But see, it blends right into the paper. Just like you decoupaged it, but you didn't, because it was waxed. So it was really a sticker with no sticky on the back. Oh, I missed a lot of glue on that side. Here we go. Oh, ah! Well, I'm not worried about it because guess what? It didn't tear. Well, it tore a little bit. My fault. I can put it back together. See? Now I can take my flip and put it over that, and so when you lift it up, it's got that cute little bunny image underneath. And then I'll put, you know, a pocket or something under that, or yeah, probably a pocket, just for example. Let's see. Well, let's just pretend that this is a regular pocket, but you know, I'd put a pocket here, and then I'd put some things in the pocket, and then this will be the flip, but when you flip it up, that will stay on the page. Okay, and that's still not glued down. Let me get some glue on the paper. Well, on the napkin, I mean. I am so fussy, guys. I'm sorry. There we go. Now I'll show you that the washi that I make with this is so much easier because I use double-sided tape. So this was a napkin that I, you know, waxed. I'll finish that later. This was a napkin. I'll show it to you. This was a napkin, okay? So what I did was I took all the plies off, which I'm going to make some more of it because I think it's really pretty and it might go well in this journal. So I took all the plies off, waxed it, and then I took washi tape. Here's one that's already waxed. Okay, so this is the waxed piece. Then I take my double-sided tape. Oh, thank you. See, it turns off itself. It's so nice. I take my double-sided tape, any size. You can take, you know, something narrow, something wide, and I have even wider. And then all I do is find the reverse side, and I take my washi tape. I didn't do this morning. I've had it already done. And I'm just going to run my double-sided tape along my waxed napkin. Oh, I just tore it. Well, anyway, this is just, I wasn't being careful or anything because I don't really care. I have a ton of it. And And then all you do is cut this here. Just be careful when you put your tape on so you don't rip it. And then you just cut down your tape, which is so simple. Cut down, you know, the edge of your tape. And yeah, it has a few words in it and stuff, but I mean, you can cut those off and take what pieces of washi you want. And this makes great washi because it's so much stickier than real washi. This is not real washi, it is faux washi. But it's excellent. And you could do this, again, by waxing your paper from your kit if it doesn't come with washi strips. And then you have a whole bunch of washi to match your kit. So you're just gonna, it's very simple to go up along the edge of the tape. See? Well, I have sharp scissors. And there you go. How quick was that? So after you've got a whole bunch of napkins, you know, once you've got a whole bunch of napkins, I'm just going to go over this with my bone folder like I always do, just to make sure it's down there nice and even, which, where's my bone folder? Oh. I have no idea what I'm going to call this video because I've done so many different things, but it doesn't matter. I just wanted to share. So now you have your own washi, and I will show you. I just roll it up and keep it with my washi tape, and I'll show you how pretty it is when you put it on paper. Let me find a piece of paper that I don't want to ruin because I don't want to ruin it. I'll just take this coffee stained paper because it's just going to be an edge. And so you just take your tape, just like you would, not your washi tape because it comes on a roll, but you're just going to peel that off like so to however much you want. Oops. Now some of it's got floral, some of it's got words, but I mean letters, but it doesn't matter because it's just washi, and washi has letters in it now. And then you just go like this. And then I'm going to cut it here. And I have, well, I only have that much left, but for that strip, but I still have all these strips. And you can make it as long or as short as you want. I typically will use tissue paper without even waxing it. I just put a bunch of strips on a long piece of tissue paper, you know, floral tissue paper. No waxing needed, necessary. The napkins, yes. Well, not really, but it looks better if you do. And then you've got your little piece of washi tape there. How cute is that? And it's sticky because you're using double-sided tape. I'll do another one. I'll do the one we just did. I just won't do as much. And it's down. And you've got this left. So I'll just cut it here and throw that away and leave that space so that the next time I go to use it, it'll be easier for me to peel it off of the double-sided tape. So that is waxed napkin. Now, like I said, the tissue paper is so pretty and you don't need to do that. So that's today's, I think that's all I wanted to show you today. I'll come back and do a video this afternoon on how I finish up my Beatrix Potter, if I am able to do that. So, real quick, let me show you how easy it is to cut out these butterflies. So here you go. Here's the butterflies before I waxed them. Here's the butterflies waxed. There is no residue. It just feels like vellum. I'll show you. See, it's just vellum. Now I'm going to take my scissors and cut away. And you see how small these are. And I'm using pretty big scissors. You can use smaller ones. I'm just taking off what I don't need. So now I'll just show you real quick how easy it is to cut out these butterflies now that they're on vellum. And I'm just going to cut here and cut here. Cut here, and now you can put these in your box and cut them as you need them, or sit at the couch and fussy cut them. And of course I'm going to use a smaller pair of scissors, which I have a favorite pair that I like when I do my fussy cutting, but I could use these. So then I'm just going to zoom around, and I always move my paper, not my scissors. Look at how easy that is to cut out. And you've got yourself a vellum sticker. Or a vellum butterfly. And like I said, you could do this when you do your fussy cutting. You know, just cut up your butterflies, put them in your butterfly box, and do them as you need them, or have them on the ready. It's up to you. But this is so much easier, and they look so much prettier, I think. They're more vibrant in color. They're easy to do. There's no residue. It's just vellum, without having to spend the money on vellum stickers. And they don't have any white on them because, I mean, I could go right around that antennae, which I think I will, just to show you how I can. Most of the time you have to cut that off because it's so tiny, you know. But it's got the wax on it, so you could, it's very faint black. So I'm just going to cut it off because I put thread on it anyway. So I hope you all have a great day today. I hope I've inspired you in some way. I hope I haven't confused you with all that I had. But I just wanted to show you what I was up to today. Well, I'm up to finishing Beatrix, and then I'm cleaning my craft room. I feel like it's Christmas in here. You know how you just like are crafting so much? Following the 100-day project has been wonderful. But it's also, I've got to put things away that I'm not using. I have enough ephemera for, and it's only day 36 or 35, I don't remember. Anyway, I'll fool with this later, but I now have a really pretty sticker. See, it's on both sides. It's blue on this side, whereas on this side it's not. See, it's the same, but it's vellum. It's a sticker now instead of paper. And it looks so pretty on your project. Okay, so that's today's video. We made some faux fabric washi. Just want to make that clear so I don't get in trouble. And here that is right here. Well, we didn't make this one, but we did make this one. But I'll show you it all. Well, what I have out. I have some on muslin. I have some on fabric. This is on fabric. This is on fabric. And then I made some of these little butterfly washies. And I showed you, oh, my booklet that I tied in. And I just used the 3 pamphlet stitch, and I used baker's twine. And isn't that adorable? So cute. And it was so fast. I mean, done. And like I said, I slid this paper inside just to give it, you know, some strength, because it is whatever you call that paper. Glassine. So, that's it. I hope that I've inspired you in some way. I hope you have a great day, and be well, be safe, and God bless. Love y'all. Bye-bye.